What if I told you that the first days of January hide a secret that 99% of people ignore, and that's exactly why they repeat the same failures year after year? I'm not talking about superstition. I'm talking about a real energy portal, a rift in time that opens and defines, like a stamp, your energy for the next 11 months. The problem is that most people cross this portal the wrong way, ensuring that the new year is just a copy of the previous one. But there is a code, a 7-step method to use this portal to your advantage and manifest everything you desire. And in this video, I'm going to give you that complete code. Stay with me, because what you're about to discover in the next few minutes could change not only your year, but your entire life. If you're ready to take control, comment below. I am the creator of my reality. What if I told you that the turn of the year hides a secret that almost no one knows? I'm not talking about the party, the fireworks, or the promises that are lost in the first week. I'm talking about something real, a rift in time, an energetic portal that opens in the first days of January. Think of it as a cosmic pause, a moment when the fabric of reality becomes thinner, more malleable, allowing your consciousness to set the tone for the next 11 months. While the world is distracted by the noise, a silent and primordial pulse is activated, a call that only a few can feel. If you are here, listening to this, it's not an accident. It's resonance. Your perception has picked up the signal amidst the noise. This window of opportunity is not a metaphor. It's an energetic event. Imagine the universe as an ocean of infinite potential, and you as a boat. For most of the year, you navigate established currents, following patterns defined by your past. But in the first days of January, the waters calm, the currents stop. It's a moment of universal stillness, where you have the chance to adjust your sails, to choose a new direction, to define a new destiny. Ancient civilizations, from the Egyptian priests who aligned pyramids with the stars to the shamans who felt the pulse of the earth, knew that this was the most powerful moment for intentional creation. It was a cosmic reset offered to all, but seized by few. The great danger, and what most people don't know, is that this portal is a double-edged sword. It can liberate you or imprison you even deeper. Unconsciously crossing this gap, carrying the weight, frustrations, and energies of the past year, is like stamping a passport for repetition. You guarantee that the new year will be just a copy of the previous one, with the same challenges, the same pains, the same cycles of failure. The universe doesn't respond to a change in a calendar number. It responds to your energetic signature, your vibration. If your frequency doesn't change, neither does your reality. You remain trapped in a loop, believing you are moving forward when in reality, you are just running in circles. The illusion is subtle, but powerful. Society has conditioned us to believe that change comes from the outside, that a new year will magically bring new opportunities. But this is a convenient lie that keeps us passive, waiting for a salvation that never comes. True transformation is inner work. It's a conscious decision not to drag the baggage of the past into the future. Imagine your life is a garden. The January portal is the time when the soil is most fertile, ready to receive new seeds. But if you insist on planting the same old, diseased seeds of resentment, fear, and doubt, guess what you will harvest in the coming months? Exactly the same bitter fruits you already know. This calling you felt isn't about making another list of resolutions that will be forgotten in February. It's an invitation to a deeper awakening. It's your own consciousness alerting you that there's a different way to begin. A way to align your energy with the reality you want to create, instead of just reacting to the circumstances life throws at you. It's the difference between being the captain of your ship, setting the course, and being a passenger adrift, carried by any wave. Most people unconsciously choose to be passengers. They surrender their power to chance, to fate, to anything but themselves. But something within you is ready to take the helm. Think of the first days of the year as sacred ground. Every thought you have, every emotion you feel, is a seed being planted in this fertile soil. If you spend these days immersed in anxiety about the future or regret about the past, you are actively programming your next few months for more anxiety and more regret. The portal amplifies everything. It takes your dominant energy and projects it as a blueprint for the year ahead. That's why it's so crucial to be mindful, present, and intentional during this period. You are, literally, in the control center of your own reality, with your fingers on the programming panel. The question, then, is not whether the portal exists, but how you will cross it. Will you enter it asleep, dragging the chains of the past and guaranteeing another year of repetition? Or will you enter awake, aware of your power to shape the energy that will define everything to come? The choice seems simple, but it requires you to confront the most dangerous trap of all, your own vibrational frequency, the energetic pattern that keeps you trapped in the same challenges year after year. Because if you don't change that frequency, nothing else will change. The feeling of being stuck, reliving the same problems, is not a coincidence. It's a symptom that you're operating at an energetic frequency that attracts exactly those experiences. Imagine your vibration as a radio station. If you're tuned to the frequency of scarcity, you can't expect to hear the music of abundance. The problem isn't in the world, but in your internal dial, which keeps transmitting the same old signal. The universe doesn't respond to words or wishes, it responds to your vibration. Every emotion and belief emits an energetic signal that the universe perfectly mirrors. If you vibrate fear, you attract more reasons to be afraid. By carrying the same frequency of frustration into the new year, you are, without realizing it, programming the next 11 months to be an exact copy of what you have already experienced, ensuring the repetition of the cycle. This is the frequency trap. You feel bad because your life isn't good, and your life doesn't improve because you feel bad. It's a prison without bars, a loop that a simple change of calendar can't break. The only way out is a conscious shift in your vibration. The problem isn't bad luck, but a fundamental misalignment between the energy you emit and the reality you want to experience. Science confirms this. Epigenetics shows that your emotions alter the expression of your genes. Neuroscience proves that focusing on the negative strengthens the neural pathways of suffering, training your brain and body to live in that reality. Your biology becomes addicted to stress and anxiety, recreating these conditions to maintain a familiar state, even if it is painful. To escape this trap, you need to recalibrate your energy at the source. This isn't about forced positive thinking, but about finding the command center of your energy transmission. The key to changing your frequency and breaking the cycle of repetition isn't in your mind, but in an organ you underestimate, a hidden power center in your chest, capable of completely rewriting your reality. Forget what you've been told. The brain isn't the boss. Scientific research proves what the ancients already knew. The true power center of your body is the heart. Literally and measurably, your heart generates a magnetic field 5,000 times stronger than that of the brain, a field that extends outward from you. This is your primary communicator with the universe, and you've only been using a fraction of its power. This energy field changes instantly with your emotions. Fear and anger create a chaotic signal, a static frequency that attracts more chaos into your life. On the other hand, emotions like gratitude and love generate a coherent, ordered, and powerful signal. This state, called Heart coherence is the frequency of creation. This is where the real magic happens, and you can intentionally activate it. When your heart achieves coherence, it takes command of your entire system. It synchronizes your brain, balances your hormones, and takes you out of survival mode, putting you into creation mode. Your body stops fighting and begins to build a new reality. The January portal acts as an amplifier for this signal, making your intention drastically more potent and magnetic to the universe. Within your chest lies the most advanced manifestation tool in existence. It's a biological transmitter that speaks the only language the universe understands: frequency. To use it, you need to stop thinking about what you want and start feeling as if you already have it. Generating the emotion of your fulfilled desire is what tunes your energy to the new reality, making you the very frequency of your creation. However, to activate this power, you need to take a fundamental step that challenges everything we've been taught about who we are. It's not a technique, but a profound change of identity. To command the power of your heart, you must first discover who the true commander is. The silent consciousness that exists behind your mind, your body, and your emotions. To access the power of your heart, answer this: who are you, truly? Not your name, your history, or your roles. When you observe your thoughts, who is the consciousness that perceives everything? That silent presence, always in the background, is your true self. It is the witness that exists before any thought or emotion, the part of you that never changes, and that is the source of all power. Think of yourself as a movie screen and your life as the film. You've spent years believing you were the character, suffering through the drama. The truth is, you are the screen, the pure consciousness that allows the film to unfold, but is never tainted by it. The secret to manifesting a new reality is to step through the January portal as the screen, not as the character burdened with past problems and fears. The character is trapped in time, but the observer exists only in the now. He is the 0 point, the field of pure potential from which all creation originates. Identifying with him is the most powerful act that exists. Because you cease to be a leaf in the wind, tossed about by circumstances, and become the wind itself. You stop being a victim of your automatic reactions and gain the power to choose your response to everything. How to access this state amidst the chaos? Through inner silence. Sit for 5 minutes and simply observe your thoughts like passing clouds, without judgment. Don't try to stop them. Just observe. Each time your mind pulls you away, gently return your attention to your breath. This simple act weakens the tyranny of the mind and strengthens your connection with the silent observer. It is from this place of stillness and disidentification that you gain the freedom to use the power of your heart. When you are no longer held hostage by your thoughts and emotions, you can finally choose which frequency to emit. But before transmitting a new signal, you need to clear the static of the old. It's time to get rid of the energetic weight that has kept you trapped through a powerful liberation ritual. To create a new reality, you first need to demolish the old one. Your energy field is saturated with the weight of the past, fears, resentments, and guilt that anchor you in repetition. For the new frequency of abundance to take hold, a radical cleansing is necessary. There is an ancient and powerful ritual to do exactly that, an energetic detox that frees up space for the new to enter. Grab a pen and paper and, in a quiet place, write down everything you want to leave behind. Be brutally honest. Write about the hurts, the unforgiven mistakes, the fears that paralyze you, and the beliefs that limit you. This act is not symbolic. It externalizes stagnant energy, taking the weight off you and transferring it to the paper. It's the first step to freedom. When you finish, Read everything aloud, declaring your intention to release each item. Then, you will give this paper to the fire, the great transmuter of energy. In a safe place, burn the paper with intention. Fire does not destroy, it transforms dense, heavy energy into light, purifying your field and returning this energy to the universe in a neutral way. It is a purification at a fundamental level. As the paper burns, visualize the flames consuming the very energy of fear, guilt, and resentment. Feel yourself becoming lighter, cleaner, and more spacious inside. Remain present until everything turns to ashes, sealing your intention to leave the past behind once and for all. You are no longer chained to it. This act finalizes the release process and opens a new space within you. After the ritual, you will feel a void. Society has taught us to fear this space, but it is sacred. This is not a void of lack, but a vacuum of pure potential, the fertile ground where the seeds of your new reality can finally be planted. What you do with this space in the moments that follow will determine your entire future and the reality you will create. After liberation, silence emerges. An inner space that the mind, addicted to noise, will try to fill with panic and new distractions. Society has taught us to fear the void, but the one you have created is different. It is sacred. It is not a void of absence, but a vacuum of pure potentiality, a direct connection to the quantum field where all possible realities exist. You have become a clean vessel, ready to create. To dwell in this void instead of running from it is an act of power. It is in this silence that your inner wisdom, the voice of your soul, can finally be heard. The answers you seek are not out there. They emerge from within when you create the space for them. To deepen this connection, practice an information fast. Disconnect from social media, news, and all external noise. Just be. At first, your mind will struggle, but if you persevere, the mental noise will diminish and a profound peace will settle in. It is in this fertile vacuum that the seed of your new reality is planted. With a quiet mind and an open heart, ask, what does my soul truly desire to create? Let the answer come as a feeling, not as a logical thought. Feel your new reality in your body. This state of pure receptivity is the secret to conscious creation. You don't force anything. You align yourself with a possibility that already exists and allow it to manifest through you. You become a partner of the universe, providing the seed of intention, while the universe orchestrates the how, bringing the necessary people and events for it to germinate and grow in the physical world. But for that seed to germinate, it needs to be activated. It needs to be watered with a specific energy, a language that the quantum field understands perfectly. This language is not made of words, but of something much more fundamental, the very vibration of the final result. Learning to speak this language is the master key to unlocking the reality you desire. We've arrived at the heart of it all, the central point that unites this entire process. The January portal, the cleansing of the past, the connection with the void. All of this prepared you for this moment. The great secret of manifestation is not to ask, beg, or wait for the universe to give you something. It's to become, energetically, the person who already possesses what they desire. You don't attract what you want. You attract what you are. Your external reality is and always will be a direct reflection of your internal energetic identity. Therefore, your task now is not to focus on what you don't have, but rather to define and embody the new version of yourself. Close your eyes now. Let go of the person you've been until now, with all your limitations and stories. Imagine the version of yourself that already has everything you've ever dreamed of. Don't think about it with your mind. Feel it in your body. Who is this person? How do they feel when they wake up in the morning? What is the dominant emotion they carry throughout the day? It's not momentary relief or excitement. It's a state of being. Is it peace? Is it freedom? Is it gratitude? Is it power? Is it joy? Choose one of these elevated emotions. This emotion is your new vibrational signature. It's the frequency of your future self. Now, the work is to feel that emotion right now, without any external reason for it. Don't wait to have the money to feel abundant. Feel the abundance now, in the richness of your breath, in the beating of your heart. Don't wait to find the perfect partner to feel loved. Feel the love now, radiating from your own heart to every cell of your body. This is the quantum leap. You are generating the feeling of your fulfilled desire before physical manifestation. By doing this, you are collapsing time and space. You are telling your body, your biology, and the universe that this future is no longer a distant possibility, but a present reality. By intentionally sustaining this new emotion, your heart begins to beat in a coherent and powerful rhythm. It begins to transmit this new frequency, this new energetic signature, to the quantum field. You cease to be an antenna transmitting a signal of lack, fear, and separation, and become a beacon radiating a clear signal of wholeness, confidence, and unity. You are no longer asking for a different future. You are transmitting the information and energy of that future to the field, commanding matter to reorganize itself according to your new inner blueprint. This process rewrites your identity at the deepest level. You stop defining yourself by your past or your current conditions and begin to define yourself by your future. When a thought of doubt or fear arises, you don't fight it. You simply observe it and say, "This no longer belongs to me. This belongs to my old identity. The person I am now feels gratitude." Each time you make this conscious choice, you weaken the old neural connections and strengthen the new ones. You are literally becoming another person from the inside out. The universe, being a perfect mirror, has no choice but to reflect this new identity back to you. The right people appear. Opportunities arise. Synchronicities become commonplace. It's not magic, it's physics. You've tuned your radio to the frequency of your new reality, and now you begin to pick up its transmission. You stop fighting against life and start dancing with it, in a flow of co-creation. You become the future you wish to experience, and the world molds itself around you to match who you've decided to be. This is the master key. It's not a technique, but a new way of being. It's the understanding that the power to have everything in this new year lies not in changing the world outside, but in transforming who you are inside. The January portal simply amplifies the power of this choice by defining and living from your new energetic identity. You are not only defining your energy for the next 11 months, you are reclaiming your birthright as a conscious creator, capable of shaping reality through the frequency of your own heart. What if I told you that everything you're feeling isn't just a spiritual exercise, but a real biological process? Science is proving what ancient sages already knew. You can change your reality by changing yourself, and that change is physical. During this window of time in January, your brain is in a state of peak receptivity. Neuroplasticity, which is the brain's incredible ability to form new connections and pathways, is amplified. This means that the soil of your mind is more fertile than ever for new seeds, for new programming. Every thought and feeling is like a drop of water, and now, each drop can carve a new river. Think of your old beliefs and habits as well-trodden paths in a forest. For years, you've walked them, and they've become so deep that it's almost impossible to get out. The path of "I can't," of "life is hard," of "money is dirty." Each time you intentionally return to the emotion of your new identity, such as gratitude or abundance, you pick up a machete and begin to clear a new path. At first it's difficult, the undergrowth is high, but with each repetition, the path becomes clearer, wider, easier to follow. You are literally building new neural highways of confidence and success. At the same time, the old pathways begin to be overtaken by vegetation. Neuroscience has a saying, neurons that fire together, wire together. The reverse is also true. Neurons that stop firing together lose their connection. By ceasing to feed the old patterns of fear and doubt with your attention and energy, you physically weaken those connections. The old neural pathways begin to disconnect. The programming that has kept you trapped for so long begins to lose its strength, to lose its power over you. You are not fighting it. You are simply letting it die from lack of use. The beliefs that have limited you for years are not concrete structures. They are not who you are. They are merely patterns of energy and information that have become a habit, a program that runs on autopilot. And any program can be uninstalled and replaced. By consciously choosing a new state of being, a new feeling, you act as the programmer of your own mind. You are deleting the old files of victimhood and scarcity and installing the new software of creator and abundance. Your biology begins to align with your new future, not with the memories of your past. This process is the physical proof of your transformation. It's not something that happens out there, in the ethereal realm. It happens inside your cells, in your hormones, in the wiring of your brain. When you practice feeling grateful, your body releases different chemicals than when you feel resentment. You are changing your internal chemistry, which in turn changes how you perceive the world and how the world responds to you. You become the architect of your own biology, the sculptor of your own brain. You are no longer at the mercy of your programming. You are in command of it. This means you have the power to dissolve the patterns that have sabotaged you. That voice in your head that tells you you're not capable, it's just an echo of an old neural connection. That tightness in your chest when you think about taking a risk, it's a conditioned chemical reaction in your body. By understanding this, you stop taking these signals so seriously. You see them for what they are, remnants of an old self that no longer exists. You are rewriting your biology so that it corresponds not to who you were, but to who you are becoming. But how do you ensure that this new programming becomes your new default state? How do you prevent old habits from returning and sabotaging all your progress at the first sign of stress or challenge? The answer lies in understanding how this internal change affects the external world, in a phenomenon that quantum physics is only beginning to unravel, a true leap between realities. Now that you understand you can rewrite your brain, prepare for something even deeper. Quantum physics is revealing a mind-blowing truth that mystics have always taught. There isn't just one future. All possible realities already exist simultaneously in an infinite sea of energy and potential, the quantum field. There's a timeline where you remain trapped in the same cycles, and another where you are prosperous, healthy, and happy. There's a version of you that is successful and another that fails. All of them are real, and all are possible. The question is, which one are you tuned into? Think of it as countless television channels broadcasting at the same time. The poverty channel is on, as is the wealth channel, the sickness channel and the health channel, the loneliness channel and the love channel. You can't watch channel 10 if your remote control Z, which is your vibrational frequency, is stuck on channel 2. You can yell at the TV, complain about the programming, but nothing will change until you pick up the remote and change the frequency. Your personal vibration is your channel selector, your navigator between timelines. By changing your state of being, by sustaining the emotion of your new energetic identity, You're not merely improving your current life. That's thinking small. You are, in fact, making a quantum leap. You are shifting from one timeline to another. You are literally disconnecting from the reality where things go wrong and connecting to the reality where things go right. It's not that you attract a better future. You select the future that already exists and make it your present experience. You align yourself with it. That's why effort and struggle often don't work. When you fight against your current reality, you're only reinforcing its frequency. You're telling the universe, this is real, and I don't like it. Your energy is focused on the problem, keeping you tuned to the problem's timeline. The real power lies in ignoring the current reality, which is nothing more than an echo of your vibrational past, and tuning all your attention and feeling to the frequency of the reality you choose now. You become a magnet for this new timeline. What you seek already exists. The health you want, the money you need, the love you dream of, all of this is already a reality in one of the infinite timelines. It's not something you need to create from scratch. It's something you need to access. And the secret to accessing it is resonance. You need to vibrate in harmony with this reality. You need to feel like the person who already has all of this. This feeling is your password. It's your access key. It's what makes the universe locate you in this new timeline and begin to show you the evidence of it. When you take that leap, things start to change in ways your logical mind can't explain. People from the past who don't match your new frequency disappear from your life. New people who are in tune with your new self appear out of nowhere. Opportunities that seemed impossible fall into your lap. You call it coincidence, luck, but it's physics. It's the universe rearranging itself to match your new frequency. You've aligned yourself with a future that was once just a dream, and now it has become your inevitable reality. But for this alignment to be strong and stable, you need to communicate with the quantum field consistently. It's not enough to just feel it. There is a form of action that anchors your new frequency in the physical world, a language that the universe understands as a direct order, a declaration that you are ready to receive. And this language has nothing to do with words. On the fourth day of this transformation process, after clearing the past and defining your new identity, you need to speak the native language of the universe. And that language is not Portuguese, English, or any other human language. The language that the quantum field understands and to which it responds instantly is the act of creation. When you create, you leave survival mode and enter into direct resonance with the creative force of the cosmos. You become a channel for infinite intelligence to express itself through you. And this act sends a powerful signal that you are ready to manifest. Grab a notebook, a canvas, a musical instrument, or even ingredients from the kitchen. What you do doesn't matter, and the quality of the result is irrelevant. The goal isn't to create a masterpiece, but rather to enter a state of flow. It's that magical state where time seems to disappear, the mind quiets down, and your ego, with all its doubts and fears, dissolves. In this state, it's no longer the limited you that's acting, but rather the universal consciousness that's creating through you. You become the brush, not the painter. Think about it. The universe is in a constant state of creation. Stars are born, galaxies expand, life flourishes. Creating is the fundamental nature of existence. When you align yourself with this nature, when you allow yourself to create without judgment, you are vibrating at the same frequency as the source of all that exists. You are sending a powerful declaration to the quantum field. I am a creator. I am open. I am available for new realities to be born through me. It is your way of saying yes to the universe. Many people get stuck in analysis paralysis, trying to figure out the how. How will I get the money? How will I find the right person? But the how is not your concern. The how is the domain of the universe. Your only task is to define the what, your new identity, and align yourself with the energy of creation. The act of painting, writing, singing, or dancing, even if no one sees it, is an act of faith. It's your way of demonstrating to the universe that you trust the how will be resolved. You are busy creating your own joy, instead of waiting for external circumstances to make you happy. What emerges from you in this state of flow is more than just a finished product. It's a direct message from your soul to you. The poetry you write may hold the answer to a question you've been asking yourself. The melody you compose may carry the exact emotion you need to heal an old wound. Your creation becomes a mirror of your new inner state and a glimpse of what is about to manifest in your life. It's a dialogue between you and your higher self, without the interference of the noisy mind. By practicing the act of creation, you anchor your new frequency in the physical world. You take the energy from the purely sentimental plane and manifest it into something tangible, audible, or visible. This solidifies your new identity. You are no longer someone who wants to be creative or abundant. You are someone who is creative and abundant because you are practicing creation and abundance in the present moment. You are living from the end result. This act of individual creation is immensely powerful, but there is a way to take that signal you are emitting and amplify it 1,000 times. There is a way to create such a strong resonance that the universe will have no choice but to respond almost instantly. And that involves stepping outside your inner world and connecting with the other in a very specific way. On the 5th day, you will take the signal of your new frequency and put it into a cosmic megaphone. You will amplify your intention in a way that the universe cannot ignore, and you will do this through the power of human connection. But I'm not talking about a superficial conversation about time or work. I'm talking about true communion, a meeting of souls where masks fall and authenticity reigns. Conscious human connection is one of the most potent reality amplifiers that exist, and most people have no idea of its power. Find someone you trust, someone you love. It could be a partner, a friend, a family member. Sit in front of that person and, for a few minutes, just look into their eyes. In silence, breathe deeply and allow yourself to be truly present. Then, share something authentic from your heart, not a complaint or a victim story, but a dream, a vulnerability, a feeling of gratitude. And then, listen. Really listen, without thinking about what you're going to say, without judging. Just offer the gift of your total presence. What is happening in this moment is pure physics. When two people enter a state of presence and their hearts become coherent, their individual electromagnetic fields don't just add up. They multiply. They intertwine and create a third energy field, a unified field that is exponentially more powerful and coherent than the individual fields. You create a joint portal, an energy vortex that dramatically accelerates manifestation for both of you. This is the science behind group prayers, sacred chants, and ceremonies. This unified field creates a resonance that the universe cannot ignore. It's as if two perfectly tuned instruments played the same note in harmony. The resulting sound wave is much purer, more powerful, and travels much further. Similarly, when two hearts transmit the same frequency of love or gratitude, the signal sent to the quantum field is of immense clarity and power. Together, you are giving a very clear order to the universe about the reality you choose to create. This practice also anchors your new frequency in the relational world. It's easy to feel at peace and abundant when you're meditating alone. The real test is maintaining that frequency in interaction with others. By practicing mindful connection, You are training your nervous system to operate from love and presence, even in the presence of another person. You learn to see the divine in the other, and in doing so, you more deeply recognize the divine within yourself. Real connection reminds us of the fundamental truth that we are not separate. This act of communion shatters the ego's illusion that we are alone on our journey. It reminds us that love is the highest and most transformative frequency that exists. By sharing this sacred space, you are not only helping yourself, you are raising the vibration of the other person and contributing to the elevation of collective consciousness. Two hearts synchronized in coherence create a wave of healing that spreads far beyond the space you occupy. By amplifying your signal through connection, you solidify your new timeline. You are anchoring your new reality not only in your inner world, but in the shared world. But after these intense days of cleansing, programming, and dupranin and amplification, how do you maintain this new vibration amidst the rush and challenges of daily life? How do you ensure that the seeds you planted continue to be watered? The powerful seeds you planted in this January portal won't survive on their own. They need to be watered daily, or the soil will dry out, and the old weeds of fear and doubt will grow back. Transformation isn't a one-time event. It's an ongoing process. It doesn't sustain itself. It requires practice and dedication. After these first intense days of recalibration, you need to establish a daily ritual to keep your new frequency alive and strong. And the good news is that this doesn't have to take hours of your day. Just 5 minutes can change everything. Every morning, before anything else, before picking up your phone and allowing the outside world to invade your mind with its demands and fears, take 5 minutes for yourself. This is the most important moment of your day, as it sets the energetic tone for all the following hours. Sit comfortably on your bed or in a chair. Close your eyes and take 3 deep breaths, bringing your awareness to the present moment, into your body. Let the outside world wait. These 5 minutes are sacred. So, ask yourself the most important question you can ask. Who do I choose to be today? Don't ask, what do I have to do today? That question puts you in reaction mode. The question, who do I choose to be, puts you in creation mode. You are proactively deciding which energetic identity you will embody that day. The answer shouldn't come from your mind. Don't think about the answer. Feel it in your body. Feel the emotion of your new identity, the one you defined earlier. Is it gratitude? Is it trust? Is it peace? Spend the next few minutes simply immersing yourself in this feeling. Feel the gratitude spreading from your heart to every cell in your body. Feel the confidence filling your solar plexus. Feel the peace calming your entire nervous system. This isn't about visualizing things. It's about generating a state of being. You are reminding your body what your realized future feels like. You are practicing your new frequency before you even get out of bed. You are starting the day already attuned to the timeline you have chosen. This daily act of realignment is like tuning a musical instrument every morning. It ensures you play the right notes throughout the day. It strengthens the new neural pathways you've begun to build, making your new identity increasingly your default state. Over time, you won't need to put in as much effort to feel gratitude. It will become second nature. Confidence won't be something you have to force. It will simply be who you are. Awareness is like a muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger it becomes. This 5-minute ritual keeps the energy portal open. Each morning becomes a mini portal, a new opportunity to choose who you are and what reality you will create. If you have a difficult day and fall out of your frequency, don't blame yourself. Just observe, and the next morning, realign yourself. Daily practice is your anchor point, your compass that always points you back to your true north, to your future self. It is discipline that gives you true freedom. With this daily practice, your new frequency begins to solidify, becoming your dominant vibration. And that's when something truly magical begins to happen in the world around you. The universe, which has always been listening to you, begins to respond to your new signal in an unmistakable way. As you solidify your new frequency through daily practice, the outer world begins to transform. At first, the changes are subtle, but they soon become undeniable. The universe works like a perfect mirror. It has no judgment or preference. It simply accurately reflects the image, the vibration that you are emitting. When you emitted a signal of chaos, fear, and lack, the mirror reflected more chaotic situations, more reasons to be afraid, and more experiences of lack. Now that you are emitting a clear and coherent signal of gratitude, trust, and wholeness, the mirror begins to reflect a completely different reality. You'll start noticing what many call synchronicities. You think of someone you haven't seen in years, and that person calls you the same day. You need specific information, and you open a book or website to the exact page containing the answer. You're looking for a parking spot on a busy street, and as soon as you arrive, a car pulls out right in front of you. Your logical mind will call this coincidence luck, but it's not. It's proof that you're in flow with the universe. You're aligned, and the world is rearranging itself to facilitate your path. The right people will start appearing in your life by chance. A new business contact that opens a door you didn't even know existed. A new friend who understands you on a deep level. A mentor who appears to guide you in your next step. At the same time, people and situations that no longer vibrate at your new frequency will begin to naturally drift away, without drama or conflict. Your energy field simply no longer resonates with theirs. The universe is cleansing your social circle so that it matches who you have become. Opportunities that once seemed impossible or out of your reach will begin to arise. The dream job offer, the chance to travel to a place you've always wanted to visit, the solution to a financial problem that seemed unsolvable. This happens because, by changing your vibration, you have become visible to these opportunities. They have always existed in the quantum field, but you were not on the frequency to perceive or receive them. Now that you have changed your tuning, you can pick up their signal. You stop chasing butterflies and, by tending to your garden, they come to you. This isn't luck. It's the law of resonance in action. It's physics. The universe is simply responding to the clarity and power of your new transmission. You've stopped sending out confusing and contradictory signals, and now you're emitting a clear and focused frequency. As a result, the reflection in the mirror becomes equally clear and focused. You stop fighting against the current of life and begin to flow with it. Life stops being a battle and becomes a dance. You no longer need to force things to happen. You allow them to happen. This experience of seeing the outside world mold itself to your inner landscape is profoundly transformative. It gives you irrefutable proof that you are, in fact, the creator of your reality. The confidence that arises from this experience is not mental confidence. It is a confidence that comes from the soul. A deep knowing that you are safe, supported, and that the universe is on your side. You are no longer afraid of the future because you know you can create it. And it is at this point that the deepest truth of this entire journey is revealed. You realize that the goal was never really about getting things, money, relationships, or success. The search was for something much more fundamental. At the end of this journey, when you see the world reorganizing itself around you, a profound and liberating truth finally settles within you. The quest was never about having more things. The quest was always about becoming more of who you truly are. The new car, the bigger house, the perfect relationship, professional success. All of these were just excuses your soul used to propel you on a journey of self-discovery. They were bait to lead you to discover the power that has always been within you. You realize that you are not a human being desperately trying to have a spiritual or magical experience. The truth is the opposite. You are an infinite spiritual being, a spark of divine consciousness, living a temporary human experience. You did not come here to struggle, suffer, and pay bills. You came here to create, to experience, to expand, and to remember your true nature. The illusion of separation, the belief that you are only this body and this mind, was the source of all your suffering. The goal was never to escape the world, isolate yourself on a mountain, or transcend life. The goal has always been to participate fully in life, but from a new level of consciousness. With your creative power fully activated, you stop seeing the world as a dangerous and hostile place and begin to see it as a playground, a training ground for your soul, where every challenge is an opportunity to grow and every interaction is a chance to practice love and presence. You become a conscious player in the game of life instead of a piece being moved around the board. The power to have everything in this new year, as the title promised, doesn't come from an external force, a magical ritual, or a cosmic secret you've discovered. It comes from recognizing that you are already the source of everything. You don't need to seek abundance. You are abundance. You don't need to search for love. You are love. You don't need to fight for peace. You are peace. Everything you've ever sought outside already exists in infinite potential within you. The work isn't about acquiring, but about removing the barriers that prevent you from accessing what is already yours. This understanding changes everything. The desperate need to acquire things dissolves and is replaced by a calm preference. You may still desire to create wonderful things in your life, but your happiness no longer depends on them. You are already complete. You are already whole. Creation becomes an act of joy, an expression of your power, instead of a desperate attempt to fill an inner void. And paradoxically, it is when you stop needing things that they begin to flow to you with unbelievable ease. You become a sun. A sun doesn't try to grab light. It simply shines, and in shining, it nourishes everything around it. Similarly, you stop trying to grab happiness, love, and abundance. You simply connect with your inner source and shine. You become the source of these qualities for yourself and for others. Your presence becomes a gift. Your energy becomes healing. You no longer need to do anything to help the world. Simply by being who you truly are, you are already transforming everything. And you understand that the January portal, the master key, the fire ritual, all of that was just tools, steps on a ladder that led you back to the only place that truly matters. The place you never left, but had forgotten, existed. The January portal was merely an invitation, a door that opened to show you a path that doesn't lead to an exotic destination or a distant future, but rather to the only real place that exists, your own center, the sacred silence of your own presence. This entire journey, with all its techniques and revelations, was an elaborate path back home. Back to the recognition of your true divine nature, your essence as pure consciousness and creative power. You didn't discover something new. You remembered something you always knew. By transforming yourself, by changing your frequency and rewriting your identity, you have done much more than just improve your own life. You have become a beacon. In a world that vibrates predominantly in fear and separation, your frequency of love, gratitude, and trust becomes a point of light, an anchor to a new reality. Your energy, in itself, raises the vibration of everyone who comes into contact with you, even if they are not consciously aware of it. You become an agent of planetary transformation simply by being who you are. The power to define your energy for the next 11 months and for the rest of your life has never been in a calendar, a ritual, or a technique. It has always been within you, waiting to be rediscovered. The tools we shared here were merely the map that helped you navigate the terrain of your own consciousness and find the treasure that was already yours. Now, you no longer need the map. You have become the territory. You know the way, because you are the way. The portal is open, but now you understand that the portal is not an annual event. The portal is the present moment. With each breath, each instant, you have the opportunity to choose your frequency, to align with your true identity, and to create the reality you desire. You have crossed the initial threshold, but the journey of conscious creation is eternal, an infinite dance with the universe. You are no longer a spectator of life, waiting for a good year. You are its very source. You are the cause, not the effect. So, take a deep breath. Feel the power pulsing in your heart. Feel the peace in the silence of your mind. Look at the world with new eyes, not as a victim of circumstances, but as the master creator of your experience. You no longer need to wait for things to happen. You make them happen through the silent force of your presence and the clarity of your vibration. The journey has brought you back to the starting point, but you are no longer the same person you were when you began. You hold the keys to the kingdom. The kingdom is not in heaven, nor in some distant land. The kingdom is within you, and now you know how to access it. You know how to live from it. The promise of having everything in this new year has been fulfilled, not because you gained things, but because you remembered that you already are everything. Welcome to your power. Welcome to your freedom. Welcome to your new reality. Welcome home. If you've made it this far, to the end of this video, you're no longer the same person you were when you started. You've received the knowledge, the key to unlocking your power. This proves you're ready. To seal this new awareness, leave a comment below saying, "My portal is open." If this message resonated with you and you feel called to help this channel grow more directly, there's a link in the first pinned comment where you can make a contribution. Any help you can give is very important to me so I can continue spreading more content like this, reaching more people who are ready to awaken. But understand, just the fact that you watched until the end is already a huge help. If you can, share this video with someone you feel needs to hear this. And before you leave, your journey doesn't have to end here. A special video has been prepared for you to take the next step, to delve even deeper into everything we've discussed. Don't leave yet. Click on the video that's currently playing on the screen, and let's meet there.